Hello and welcome to the Video Game Book Club. I'm Savvy.
I'm Elise.
And we're reading the second Myst book.
And I apologize.
And we're talking about it for the second time. So if we're kind of, exasperated sounding.
We're going to leave some stuff out, guaranteed, because we spent probably like an hour and a half talking about it.
It's my fault. I messed up the audio.
The audio did not
record. Bad. But so we're doing it again. This is why this episode's coming out so late. I guarantee it.
I was so excited to read this after reading the first Myth book. This is the Book of Tiana. It's the prequel.
Yeah, the prequel to the prequel to Myst.
The prequel of the prequel.
But the second book in the Myst series?
Yeah, there's only the 3.
What is that whole series called? Isn't that a name for it?
Probably.
Because you could get the collection of the 3 books back in the day. Yeah. These are out of print now.
We got the little mass markets, which this one was longer than I anticipated, because I was like, oh, I'll choose a short book, and then it's like 500 plus pages. But this also is missing one of the authors of the previous book, so we only have one of the Millers.
Can I say, okay, I looked this up because I was writing the review for the website, and apparently they did do all 3 of the authors. He just wasn't included in the cover.
But they talk about it in the introduction.
Do? Okay.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell. Not a lot of information on this book out there.
It's in the acknowledgement. So it's been my pleasure to uncover the past of the events in the Dunny history, because we learned how to say that this time, and we'll...
Instead of Dunny.
Yeah. Which is how it's spelled.
D-U-N-N-Y versus... D apostrophe K-N-E-E.
So it's been my pleasure to so I think this is this is Rand, but it's been my pleasure to uncover the past events of the Dunny history, even as Robin continues to bring the events surrounding Myst Island in its final chapter. Not having Robin's help for this translation, but the burden of discovery has taken up Chris Brandkept, Richard Watson, and Ryan Miller, working closely with David Wingrove. Oh,
well, there's actually more people working on this
more
book.
People, yeah.
I think Too Many Fingers made the pie taste weird, so...
Yeah, there was definitely one of them knows a lot about rocks, and they let their freak flag fly, because...
in the Book of Atrus, he was kind of a rock addict.
Aitrus?
Aitrus. Well, the original the one from the first book of Aitrus. Aitrus Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we're about to talk about Aitrus Sr.
Yeah, his grandpappy also likes rocks.
Which is confusing and also spelled differently.
Yes.
I don't know. Are you allowed to call it a junior-senior situation if you spell their name differently?
I'm going to say no.
Yeah, if your name was Jeff with a G and you named your son Jeff with a J... You can't do junior, senior, can you? It has to be exactly the same.
Yeah.
Does middle name count for exactly the same? Not really.
I don't know, because we have our father who's named after his father. Yeah. So we have the junior sister, but they have different middle names. So.
Yeah, my husband's named after his father, but they also have different middle names.
But is he a junior? Do they call him junior?
They don't call him junior.
Yeah,
I think it has to be the full thing, because otherwise you have the differentiation of the middle names. Because if you're the same name, you have to add junior and senior in order to differentiate them. Yeah. So yeah, it has to be exact same. So I don't think this is Aitrus Jr. I mean, they don't say it, but...
But he was named after his grandpappy.
I'm glad we all got there together.
But it was weird that it was spelled differently. And I definitely noticed that at first, and I had to go back to be like, that looks weird. Is it spelled differently? But also easier to pronounce. So. Which we're probably still pronouncing it wrong.
Yeah, because we kept saying Atreus, I think. Because there's an I in his. But this is Aitrus.
Aitrus.
Or Aitrus.
All right, back in the book?
Yeah, back in the book.
Link to a world of wonder and intrigue. The Age of Myst are worlds of adventures and awe, of mystery and beauty, of intrigue and betrayal. You have seen a glimpse of the picture and know the history of Catherine and Aitrus. Now take a step further into the fictional legend of Myst. These pages are your link to the story of Tiana, known among humans as... Is it Anna?
Anna.
Anna. The first woman from the outside world to enter the domain of the Dunny, which I have questions about because I don't. Yeah, there can't be a precedent if she's the first.
I think they say in there that she wasn't even the first.
Yeah, because
right?
they go into the law and they look up the precedent. So
yeah.
The first we know of.
Okay. The most important.
But we had a question about that last time because it's like, are they people that they bring back from the worlds that they have from the books, the ages, or...
Are those humans, technically?
Oh, I have no idea. That's another thing with this is, I know I'm interrupting my reading, but this book left me with more questions than the first book. I thought this book was going to answer some of my questions, and I still have questions. And
we have a lot of qualms with this one, for sure.
If you can't tell from her tone.
Can't believe this.
She wandered into a place she never should have seen, and her intelligence and wisdom surprised some. That's kind of rude. And terrified others. When one young lord befriends her, then marries her, spoilers, all layers of Dunny society are shaken. But no one realizes just how deeply. The Book of Tiana is a tale of friend versus friend, of virtue against evil, of trust and betrayal. It is a story that many do not want told, for you will watch...
I love that sentence. I know we laughed about that the first time we recorded it, but it's just like, nobody wants to hear this story.
For you will watch as unimaginable comes to pass, and only one is left to carry on the legacy.
And then we said only actually two, but...
Yeah. There's two.
But we wished it was just one, and Tiana...
Frickin' Gehn.
Freaking Gehn. You guys know. You played Revan. Freaking Gehn.
Even as a child, that guy sucks.
Yes, that guy always sucked. The Dunny kind of suck. This is a book about how much they suck. There's like maybe a couple good eggs in there, but I guess that's the same with any civilization, am I right?
No.
But they led to their own downfall, and honestly, I ain't crying for them.
No. But also, so we see a little bit of the reason why I was like, oh, I really want to hear the story, because in the first book of Myst, you hear the story of the downfall of the Dunny from Gehn, and a little bit from Tiana. Tiana's like, maybe not. But the story that I had pictured, where it's like, oh, it's their fault because they trusted this person, and to me, it sounded like there was an uprising of like the peasant class.
Yeah.
That's what I took from it for the first book. That is not what happened in this book.
I feel like they were setting that up in this book.
Yeah.
Like they thought about it because they do talk about the like lower class.
The like
Dunny.
architect, yeah.
And like, and then that just never comes to fruition. It feels like
up...
someone else wrote the second half of this book. It was weird. It was a weird one. Also,
it is set up differently because the last book had chapters and this one just has parts.
Yeah.
Large parts. With little symbols in between that separate, like, oh, we're shifting either topic, idea, or perspective. And also, this is the Book of Tiana. It doesn't even start with Anna.
Nope. It starts at the Dunny.
Yeah.
What the Dunny are up to. But yeah, I think we both hate this book. I gave it a 1 star. Which normally I reserve for stuff that offends me. Yeah. And as this didn't offend me, I was just...
I thought you gave this one higher than I did.
I gave it 1.
No.
I gave it 1 star.
I gave it like a 1.5.
Because I was having such a bad time. Especially at the end.
The first book I gave a 3. And you gave a 4.
I think I gave a 4 or 5. Like, I really liked the Book of Atrus. But this one, like, I was rushing through the end. I did the, like, 2 times speed when I was listening to somebody read it.
There are quite a few characters in here. There are really only, 4 or 5 that you really need to know. And some that pop up, they were like in the first part, and then they pop up way later, and they expected you to remember who they were. Yeah, I think there's like 5 people you need to know about, and that's about it. Yeah. And that's me, like, it's actually 4 in my mind, but I'm giving grace to 1, because just in case one shows up that I don't. Well, there's the one from the one I'm thinking about specifically is the one from the first part who ends up helping them out with the law stuff at the end. Mm-hmm. But he's like mentioned. I was like, why are they talking about this guy so much in the first book? And this happens every time when we take notes of like, oh my god, who is important? What is important? You don't realize, like, I don't know. I feel more critical of the books when I have to take notes on them. Yeah. Because I don't, like, it's annoying. Because I'm like, do I write this guy's name down? I don't know. Because you'll write his name down and then you won't ever see him again.
So then I'm mean to your book a little bit more because I'm like, what was the point of that guy? Yeah, so there's a lot of characters in this that you do not need to know about. And I'd like to thank the wiki for keeping me on track. Because a couple times I'd listen to the book and then I'd go look at the wiki and I'd be like, do I need to know this person? It's not in the wiki notes? Okay. Just double checking.
Yeah, because I even went to the wiki this time because I have questions and they couldn't even answer my questions. So I'm like, do we read the third book?
Yes, I hear it's really good.
We already bought it, so
we're gonna have to.
We might as well.
But it's probably gonna be a while until we read that one. We have a bad taste in our mouth. But I do hear that that's the best one from sources online.
So maybe next year.
Maybe next year. Yeah.
But we will get to it. Are we ready to dive in?
Yeah.
All right. Part 1.
Echoes in the rock.
Echoes of the Rock.
Of the rock?
Echoes in the Rock.
In the rock. Mm-hmm.
We have, they're building a tunnel. Guild Master Tilanus. And I was like, oh, is this the tunnel from the last book that they come down? And that answer is yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is.
Call back. Call forward.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, I kind of remember the first book.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of...
The tunnel that Gehn comes out of.
Yeah, so in the Dunny Society, there are a bunch of masters in different fields. They do talk about that. They go into
the guilds.
The Dunny Society pretty deeply in the different books about the different stations. I don't understand if you're a guild master, because there's several of them on here, and that's like their title of like professor or...
Yeah.
So there's like guild master Tilanus and Jaren. Jaren's blind and he listens
to the rock.
In the rock to find out if they can go straight or if they have to go around because of the pockets, because they're building by a volcano.
Mole.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you're gonna go blind, that's not.
If you're gonna go blind, you should be part of the tunnel.
Yeah, because you can't be the book.
Wait,
people.
what is their guild called? They're the guild of the.
They're not the builders. They're the.
Oh God, I don't remember.
All I remember is
guild of surveyors. It's surveyors.
Oh, they're surveyors. That would make sense.
Okay.
There's also a chef there that Jirao, who he's a cook, but he used to study rocks. And so him and Aitrus...
The Guild of Chefs, obviously.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, then I don't really like it. But I still like rocks, so they talk about rocks because Aitrus is like a huge rock nerd, and especially volcanic rock.
He's a young recruit, but like...
He's like 18, I think, in this part.
18? I thought he was older because the Dunny lived forever.
Because it's like, the second part's like 30 years later.
Oh, okay. Then yeah,
so I think he's, because they're 30 years apart. So
that means in Dunny years, he's like 8.
Yeah. Or he's new to the guild. But they take them when they're 4.
Wait, they do take him when they're 4. He's 4. No, he's like, yeah, he's 18. He volunteered to help with the expedition. It says on the wiki that they were on this expedition for 2.5 years.
Yeah, they were putting a lot of time in there.
A lot of time.
And they're like, oh, it's taking you too long. Because they wanted to go to the surface to see what was up there. See if they could, like, talk to people. Because they think the people on the surface are, like, barbarians. But they don't really know.
They don't know.
Who's on the surface.
So they're just like, vibing underground.
Yeah.
This is this is the one time that they're like, let's go check out what's up.
Well, their underground is, like, almost Journey to the Center of the Earth, where it looks like above ground because they have sunlight and stuff like that.
Well, I guess they really, because they're like, they make the books and they can go into the books, so they don't really need to go above the surface.
No, but then they also, every time they go to these new ages in the books, they're like primitive people there. Because
the above, I guess not really spoilers, but kind of, is like normal Earth. Because they dig to like New Mexico. Mm-hmm. So the Denis are underneath us during the Earth style, like in the middle of our Earth.
Yeah.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Without dinosaurs.
Yeah, I'd be really disappointed if it was just a bunch of weirdos. Because we don't really know what they look like, right?
They give some description.
They're like long.
Yeah. So I'm going to say like elf-like.
Angular. Okay. They live longer? They are pointy, maybe? I don't know. Anytime I see a picture,
yeah,
they just look like people. So, yeah, I'm just gonna guess elf-like.
Yeah, but underground, not dwarf-like.
Underground elves.
Aitrus is there. We know that he's the grandfather. He's young at this time. He gets called in because there is like an administrator that comes down. There's a group of administrators, and one's asking so many questions. So he's
the
asked,
Guild of Legislatures,
Yeah.
which is that sounds like the most annoying guild.
it's the lawyers.
Gross.
Or the government. And so he's asked to babysit Kedry because he's asking so many questions, and so they're like, distract him. And one of the questions that he keeps asking is, why is this taking so long? And so Aitrus is really good at distracting because he's like, well, let's get him involved and let's let them use the machinery so they feel cool and important.
Next I have, he gets a package from Veovis.
Yes. So Veovis.
Is Veovis part of the legislation group?
No, he's the Guild of the
Writers. That's right. Yeah. That's right.
He comes from an old family, an old important family. They went to school together, but they weren't friends. And
Veovis wants to be friends.
He sends him a scale, which is like expensive, and Aitrus is like, well, we weren't really friends, so this is a weird gift, and I guess so. And it's like, is he gonna be his new benefactor? He's like, I'm gonna talk to you later.
Yeah,
Hope you like this gift.
Okay, so yeah, Veovis wants to be friends with Aitrus. He's like, oh, we're estranged since childhood, and Aitrus is basically like, we were never even friends in the first place. What do you mean we're estranged since childhood?
You're kind of a a-hole. And,
so he's like, I want to make friends with you for some reason. I don't feel like it's for Veovis to like, I don't know.
Their whole friendship, this entire book is like bullshit.
This whole thing is like Veovis is really into Aitrus, and Aitrus is just like being kind of nice to Veovis. Because, you know, a people pleaser.
the feeling that I got from it is that there are some people of extreme wealth that like to have poor friends because it gives them some, like, street cred. And that's what the feeling is here, is that Veovis is, like, obsessed with Aitrus, but in a weird way. And in the weird way that we thought maybe
we thought he maybe had a crush on him. Yeah. And, like, you can kind of see that.
I think Aitrus is like, we're just work friends.
Yeah.
It's not that deep, bro.
It'd be weird if some like random person from your high school was like, hey, I miss being friends. And you're like,
people remember you more.
Never friends in the first place. What are you talking about?
When you mean more to someone than you thought you did, it's like, oh, okay.
Embarrassing.
Sometimes nice.
That's true. You could make a friendship out of that. Aitrus is not willing because he's like, I actually don't like this guy.
Yeah, he gives him the
I remember him from high school. He's a bully.
I mean, but they do end up being friends.
Kind of. This is a weird friendship. Yeah. Anyway.
I also put this chapter is really boring because it talks a lot about rocks, and I am not into rocks. I'm not
they do talk a lot about rocks.
I didn't really collect rocks as a child.
And Aitrus is really into rocks. He's really into volcanic rocks specifically. Like, we'll go into his dorm later, and we'll see that he has like posters of rocks and stuff.
He's got a whole, and then he goes into some subsection that is like under construction and not safe for him to be in, but he's just like wandering around making maps. And this whole thing is just a setup for one, the tunnel, two, the friendship between Aitrus and Veovis. And it's like an introduction to the Dunny.
It's not a bad introduction because
it's so long and does not. It's have
long.
To be this long.
It sets everything up though, because the tunnel, the Aitrus and Veovis love story, and
for the book called the Book of Tiana, it is not really.
It's the Book of Atrus Part 2.
Yeah,
but
this
Atrus
book
spelled
is not about Tiana. It's just an introduction to her.
It's not about her at all, and everyone's gonna blame her, and it's not even her fault, and it sucks.
It's a tiny bit her fault.
Okay, yeah. And she even says that in the other book. Yeah. She's like, actually, it is a tiny bit her fault. It is. It's a tiny bit her fault. But give her a break.
Okay? But she's also a foreigner and does not have the right to make these decisions.
You're putting her through the ringer, dude. Anyway, we'll get to her in a second. Aitrus goes into Master... How's that guy's name? Telenus. It's his office. Because Telenus tells him to come in. And he's like, so what'd you think of those guys? They have a change of heart. They're actually going to close the expedition.
Oh, because they were going to close it. And then they're like, well, they're going to give us a little bit longer. There's a whole like back and forth on, is this project actually like going forward? And is it getting paid for? Is it getting pulled? Who gets to do all the things?
Telenus basically tells him like the council or whatever is like, oh, if we make connection with the surface, those people are They're savages. So,
Yeah.
like, let's not deal with that. So
we're going to cap it.
Gonna cap it.
But there was also an incident where someone got hurt because they pushed ahead faster to impress the legislation when the legislators, because the Dunny do everything super, super slow.
Because they live, like, forever.
And
they have the luxury.
Someone ends up getting hurt and he dies, right?
Yeah.
And this is devastating. And so they're like, okay, let's close it. And then they're like, just kidding, we're going to keep going because the sacrifice of that man has to be worth something.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, we're going to have this whole fanfare. People are going to come, but only a select few of people can be there when we open up and get to the surface. And Aitrus, I put a good word in for you and you get to be there.
Yeah, and so this is when Aitrus goes exploring on his own, and there's, like, tremors and stuff, and then he's like, we're underneath a volcano.
Yeah, he has a secret lab in unsafe parts that are just like this weird puzzle tunnel.
He's a weird guy.
And then he ends up getting out, and it was like, whew, I almost died. And no one would have known where I was.
Mm-hmm.
It was just weird. But it introduces the tremors, which will become important in 10 seconds here.
Yeah, so that guy died, they have a funeral, Aitrus almost dies, volcano.
They have the ceremony, all important people are there, they're about to get to the surface, and then rat-a-tat-tat, there's a tremor.
Mm-hmm.
And it almost kills Veovis, but Aitrus...
It should have,
but Aitrus saves him, and that's important.
Ooh, that is important. Yeah, that'll be brought up later.
So there's tremors. They killed a couple of people there. It sets up the political environment, and this chapter. That's kind of all the things. The chapter, and it bonds Aitrus.
Aitrus is also part of the guild now, I guess, because he wasn't. He was like an intern.
Yeah, but they're like, now your project's done. Veovis is like, I'll put a good word in with my dad. Although they're in different guilds.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to help.
The last line is that, we're friends, right? Yes, friends until the last stone is dust.
Great.
Which means our next part is called Of Stone and Dust and Ashes.
And now it's 30 years later, and this is the story of Anna.
And she's 18, so her and Aitrus are 30 years different.
Mm-hmm.
She's with her dad in the desert. Her dad is sick.
At the cleft.
Which is, so you said when you looked it up, this is New Mexico. Mm-hmm. I would have thought that this was somewhere in, like, the Middle East. But
it says New Mexico. I don't know what to tell you.
White Sands? Could be White Sands.
They are geologists, her and her dad. They are just kind of wandering around scouting a bunch of times.
Her mom died from falling off a cliff.
Yeah, and it's her dad's fault. 100%.
Yeah.
Someone didn't tie the rope. And she had to watch her mom fall off the cliff and die. Because it was kind of like, we were all tied together.
Mm-hmm.
And so keep that in mind that we brought up.
Yeah, so her and her dad are really close. He's not feeling well, but he's working on a project, and so... they're looking at this, how did I describe it?
It's like a stone circle thingy, right, or something?
It's like a hole in the ground. It's like, oh my gosh, my brain, so sorry. Like a volcano explodes, what's the...
A crater?
Crater. They're looking at
a crater. This happened last time we recorded.
I could not think of this freaking word. So they're at a crater.
Deja vu.
It is just, once again.
Just write big words crater on your notes in case I fuck up this.
Crater.
We have to talk about this again.
He says something like it looks like it's 50 years. They do later tell us it's only 30. So I was like, at first I was like, 50 years? Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Because especially what happens later when we go back to the Dunny. She takes her dad home to let him rest. She has to go and get water because it's so precious. And they
do that in the beginning of the Aitrus book too, because I'm pretty sure this is a similar house. They're all on the cleft.
Well, so there is an area next because it's underground in the next one. So they're not in the house. I feel like in the first book, they're in the little area next to the volcano.
You think they're closer to it?
Yeah.
Yeah. This place, apparently, according to the wiki, is called The Lodge.
The Lodge.
The Lodge in New Mexico, next to the Cleft Resort and Spa.
So it takes her dad a couple days to recover. He's not quite well, and so she has to go deliver the plans to Emanjira.
Oh yeah, this guy for like 2 seconds.
And he's like, "Oh, you want to spend the night?"
Yeah, he's a creepy guy. It's
she's
just
like,
a
"No,
trader.
thank you, I have to go."
She buys a chess set from him.
Yeah.
And then he'll never show up again, so ignore him.
Yeah, we find he pays them a lot because, and she comes back and she's like, "Oh, he paid us a lot for those plants," and he's like, "Yeah, because it's where he can find silver." She comes back. Her father was still checking out. There's a hole in the crater now, and they're like, "Oh, that's cool," because they're again a bunch of rock nerds. They they play chess, or they decide to go in the hole.
I mean, she like gives him the chess set. He's like, "Can't wait to play chess," but there's a big hole, and we should go check it out. So they go check out the hole, like halfway, a little bit, and before she's like, "Dad, you're sick. You should go home, and we'll check out the hole tomorrow." And so they go back up and they go to bed, but he doesn't make it.
No, well, she goes in the hole before he dies.
What? I thought they went together.
Because remember, he shoves her in there.
Oh, that's right.
So there's a hole. He ties her up to her. She barely gets through this hole. Like, she's like, "I don't know if I can get in or out of this thing." And then he's like, "Oh, it's okay. Just go for it, daughter." And she like falls. Just like, good thing I have this rope because I almost died. I didn't know how deep this hole was. She finds water in there, and then and an unknown substance that can't be broken with a hammer, but it like had dripped, and so she has a little fragment of it from the ground.
Oh yeah, the little drippy.
And that is the Dunnies. So when they sealed the tunnel, that they used that to seal it. And then we go back to the Dunny.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna vote again about the stupid tunnel. It's been 30 years.
They're bored. They don't have anything else to do.
About whether it was a good idea for them to end it or not, and it's weird.
Aitrus is now the master of the Guild of Surveyors, so he's pimping out. And so they invite him to this thing.
Yeah, it's like Congress.
Yeah, I guess all of the masters of the guilds just come together and make the decisions, right? And they're like, well, I guess we can open it back up.
But they're going to vote on it, but the vote ends up getting delayed.
Mm-hmm.
And then back to the surface. This is where he dies.
Yeah. He didn't make it through the night, so he didn't get to explore the tiny hole crevice.
Yeah, because they were going to go back the next day, and he was going to get to go in there. But she found him on the floor, and then she cremates him, buries him.
I think just buries him.
And packs up her belongings and is about to leave. And she's like,
I should check out that hole.
Well, this is my last time I'm going to be here. Might as well go take a sneak peek. So she hides her stuff. She goes in the hole and gets lost.
Yeah. She sees she goes further in the rabbit hole, finds the digging machines.
Excavation machines, which she was like, oh, this is alien.
This is like a tomb for an emperor or something.
Yeah.
Like, these are magical devices. And so she's like, I guess I'll just keep going since I'm lost.
Then we go back to the Dunny, and they come back and say, oh, there will be no vote because someone came from above.
Yep. So they caught her real fast.
Yeah.
Next part
3.
Fault lines.
There's rumors about the person. They say that it's a beast. It's all hairy.
It's a hairy beast.
Which makes me... One, it could just be like propaganda of being like, oh, people from the surface, those savages. But it also makes me think that the Dunny and the humans look different.
It makes me feel like they're supposed to look different when they don't really look that different. And there's so many things in this specific book that, like, when they, I don't know, have a kid together, the kid's, like, messed up. Like, but it just looks like a person.
Yeah.
So, like, what are these freaks? What do they look like? Are they really just like really stretched out, like Willy Wonka taffy pulled humans?
Yeah, like longer faces. I don't know.
With no hair, I guess.
No, because they shave his hair, so he did have hair.
He did have hair. People have hair. There's a picture of Aitrus, Grandpa Aitrus, the one in this one, in the games, and he's just like a normal looking dude.
I don't know.
I know they were trying to differentiate the Dunny as like a species. But it's kind of hard to do that when all the games just made them people. And even the half and the quarters don't look any different. They didn't do anything else to make them look different. little scales or something.
So I feel like it's some like Star Trek thing where you do have the different species of people and they do look a little different. And then they have kids together because they're all like humanoids. They just have different.
It's okay to make them humanoids, but I feel like they should do or explain to me something that makes them a little bit different.
Because that also would be if you did an age and then the Dunny came into the age, they do often like are godlike, but it's more because they're a little bit more advanced. Not that they look crazy different.
Yeah, but then like how can you tell the difference?
They did not do a good job explaining. The person is going to be taken to the Isle of the Masters of the Linguists so that they could communicate.
Like she doesn't know how to speak Dani, so she has to learn.
Aitrus is hearing all these rumors, so he goes to Veovis because he's like, "Oh, he's got to have the answers," and he's like talking with his buddy pals. Veovis is now is in the guilds of the writers. That's what we found out about him. And he sucks.
He sucks. Veovis sucks.
They're talking about the person. He lets her know it's a her. He says, and I quote, "Her mere existence here in Dani has thrown the people into turmoil. They talk of nothing else. It will unsettle the common people."
It also sounds like, because there's probably not a lot going on in Dani if they are reopening a 30-year-old project, and the only thing that's happening is that a surface dweller came in.
Yeah.
And
they're so worried that the people above are warlike and are just going to come and decimate them. And
that's why they want to interrogate Anna, because they're like, oh, how's your people, you know? So they need her to speak for herself in court. She's not going to sign a lawyer. She's doing it herself.
It's like so here, the court systems here in the United States of America are very different than like the UK. So the UK, like in America, you have to prove that someone is guilty. In the UK, you have to prove you're innocent. And they have very different rules and like whether you can speak or not at certain points. So that's how I took it. But so Anna has now been here for 20 weeks.
She's pretty fluent in Dani by now.
But also they let us know that one Dani day is 30 hours.
One Dani day.
Dani day. A Dani day.
A Dani day.
She can speak Dani. And this is also where we found out it was pronounced Dunny instead of Dani.
The master guy kind of likes her, so that's good.
Well, he's just impressed that someone so stupid can learn their language because they're so advanced. They keep her in a cell. There's a whole situation where somebody comes to see her and she's like,
I guess he offered to speak up for her at the interrogation, but then she was like, no, I'm going to speak for myself. So maybe you can get a representative in Dani culture to speak for you. But then I'm like, well, I guess it makes sense that they want to teach her how to learn Dani first, but I don't know.
They're going to bring her. So she draws a face of an old guy and that.
Yeah, she's like,
endears
can I have something to draw?
Makes her look more intelligent. They bring her to the council. But why are Veovis and Aitrus friends?
I don't know.
Like, he's just used him. He wants him to convince other people that they don't need a trial. Like,
Veovis does not want this trial to go through. Yeah. He's like, just throw her in the brig. Throw her in a prison.
Yeah, prison age.
Which is, he just doesn't want to even deal with the trial. But Aitrus, being a good guy, is like, no, let's hear her out.
So there is a situation where Aitrus then goes to his dad and he's talking over with his dad, and his dad then goes to...
Oh, he tells his dad on Veovis, because Veovis is like, I'm going to delay the trial.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm going to tell on you. Tell my dad.
Well, Veovis kind of starts
a
rumor that the five, which is the leader people, aren't going to do the trial, and it needs to be something that like everyone knows about. So then Aitrus's dad goes to one of the five and is like, hey, we heard you're not doing this trial. And they're like, what?
Wouldn't it be bad if that leaked to the public that you weren't doing the trial?
They're like, trial it is.
Yep.
They ask her a bunch of questions.
Like kind of rude questions.
Yeah. But Veovis has the last question. I was like, at first they're like, oh, they asked her a bunch of questions. I was like, are we not going to get the questions? And then it lists a bunch of questions.
We get the big question, which is like, are the men of your culture trustworthy? And then she was like, are the men of your culture trustworthy?
I don't know. She goes back. Well, yeah, because that is it trustworthy? It was like because it was a theme that kept coming up about like just or something like that. But the questioning takes 5 hours, and we only get a handful of questions.
Right, we looked it up. It's if all men are honest.
Yes.
Okay.
And then she's like, "Well, are all Denis honest?" And they're like, "How
dare you?" Come on, guys.
And then
So that means no.
That like ends.
Yeah, they're like, we're done talking.
They're like, all right, and they decide, okay, we can't send her back up to the surface because she can tell people where we are.
Yeah, so we have to keep her, but we don't have to send her to a prison age because that's mean.
Yeah,
because she's like, she can speak our language now, and
she didn't really do anything bad. Just got lost.
She just like sassed us at the end. But so they're like, Aitrus's family is gonna take you in.
So she's living with the Dunny. Yeah, she's staying with Aitrus's dad, and then Aitrus shows up, and his dad's like, "Oh, I have something to tell you." I guess Aitrus lives there too.
I guess. Multi-nuclear household. They all just live there.
And he's kind of like showing her around. We find out that she can speak Dunny, but she can't read it.
Yeah, because Aitrus, I guess, gives her a kid's book.
Yeah, and he's like, okay, well, I'll teach you to read.
Teach you how to read. How romantic.
Then he's going to take her to, is it Kiever?
I think Kiever sounds right.
Which is Veovis's home.
Mm-hmm.
And he brings her, and Veovis is like weird. Like nice weird.
Veovis is weird about her. Veovis is super weird about Anna. As we can see when there's a problem later on when he makes his first book, which has not happened yet, but
yeah. Aitrus then shows Anna because he calls her Anna.
Anna,
and it's spelled both it's AH/NA, and then when she gets the name Tiana, like they still call her Anna. Like, yeah, they're not consistent with names in this book. He shows her the book room, which he's not supposed to.
And his family's house.
So his family has an age. All people, like head people in the guild, are given a special age book. And if you're a commoner, you've got to go to the library and go through those ages if
you want to have fun.
So is it Koa? Is that the name of his family's age?
I just have Kabir written down here. So I don't know.
She goes into his family's age, and he's like, "Oh, maybe don't tell people that I brought you here."
This is when they start planning to work on age together? Is that when that happens?
I don't think so, because he just takes her to his age, and then Veovis writes his first book. And so they are having a party, and they all go to Veovis's house because they're going to go into the age, and then as soon as they come in, Veovis pulls Aitrus's dad aside and was like, "She's not invited. She can't be here." And so Aitrus is like, bro.
Yeah, this is a party for Veovis's first age, his first book. Do you think they're partying in the age he made?
They're supposed to go into the age.
Oh, okay.
But they're at his house right now.
I mean, that's a fun party.
But she's there. But he's like, she can't go
invited. In there. And Aitrus is like, that's messed up. I'm not going.
Yeah, so
she's not
lives
going.
With Anna. And this causes a rift.
This causes Aitrus to lose this causes Veovis to lose his goddamn mind, and then he's gonna hate him forever after
because
this.
he chose Anna over him.
Yeah,
his guy has a crush. The bros are fighting.
And
then Veovis tries to get a law passed that outsiders can't go into ages.
It's weird that wasn't already a law, because I thought when he complained about it at his party, that was a law, and he was like, I'm just following the rules. But it wasn't a law. He was just being like selfish and
also if she's supposed to be the first outsider.
Yeah, it's just for her. It's so fucking targeted.
And then they work with Kendry from the first part, who was the legislator guy. He found an earlier version of a law where it was allowed, and I put "suck it, Veovis."
Got lawyered.
So there's precedent, so he can't. That law is void. Also, that tells us that there have been outsiders before.
So there has been other outsiders, or they just kind of assumed. I don't know. Do you think they could have maybe been like, in the case of an outsider, just let them ride. It's fine.
Oh, I think when we were talking about writing an age of their own, when he shows her the family book, And he shows her he has another book
that he's working on in secret.
Because that's not his job.
He's not allowed to. But he wants to. So, and then I guess it's like, keep this secret with me. And maybe they are working together on it secretly. But we find out they are later.
In part 4, which is the next part.
Oh, we're on part 4 already?
Yep.
So in part 4, wait, what's it called?
Gemedet. Which is the age that he's been working on.
Yeah.
And they've been working on together. So a couple of years have now passed. Aitrus and Anna are in an age that they created. Because they're a bunch of rock nerds. And
they named it after this like board game.
Yeah.
That they play together. That they like. What's crazy about this board game is they kind of explain the rules in the book a little bit. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, is this a game that's in the video game?
A game in a game.
In a game in a game. You know, they do that all the time. Those. No, it's not. It's a made-up game. I don't know. Somebody put a lot of effort into explaining to me the rules of Gemedet in this book.
I kind of feel like you see, like, the game...
It'd be so funny if it was just chess, but again.
Yeah.
And she's like, I know how to play this.
But she used to teach him how to play chess.
Oh, she doesn't actually know because her dad never got to teach her how to play chess.
Yeah. But then she teaches him how to play chess later when they go back.
Oh my god, how'd she learn? It's not that hard. Chess is...
But then I feel like when you're wandering around Myst and like Ribbon and stuff, like the things that are left over from the people that are there, I feel like there's games and toys and stuff.
I feel like I saw a chess set.
Yeah.
But also those people are like Anna and Aitrus's kids. So like that makes sense.
They're exploring this age that they created, and I'm still not sure if they actually create it. Because they're still, like, they're not sure if they created it. Because Aitrus is
nobody knows.
It could be a world that already exists, like, far from here. Because there are things that are there already that we don't create in the book. But, like, we can manipulate the world. But we don't necessarily create it, is what I got from it. And that's kind of what I got last book. But I'm still not 100%.
I don't think
maybe they're 100%.
The Book of Denis will help. Probably not. Because I think that one's a super sequel. So it's like after the events of the game Myst. So they're not going to know anything about the Denis. Come on.
Yes, we're going to find out.
They're halfies.
They're catching feelings. After living together for years.
Yeah, and working on this book together and playing board games.
Aitrus is like, leaves her there and it's like, I've got things to do.
Aitrus is so awkward.
They're like,
she's like the only normal person in this whole book.
He just like leaves her there so he can go find out if he can marry her. Not like, hey, I like you. Like,
leaves her in their secret book world.
Hang out romantically. Do you want to switch this relationship?
They weren't even dating. He just went up. He's like, Father, I want to marry her.
That's fine precedent because he has to go to his...
I didn't even ask her yet, nor have we done anything but hang out. But
not does she know my feelings at all. And
is this how the Denis work? Or are they just like, one day you're vibing and the next day...
they're married. He also names her Tiana, which means storyteller, which she has not told us any stories. Like, it made sense in the first book why her name is storyteller, because she tells all these stories.
Well, she has to earn it now. She has to learn all these stories to retell.
But we have not heard any stories
It's just because she's helping with the book. And like,
so she's like,
and how you write the books, right? Is you're like, and the, I don't know, the purple flowers in the green grass.
And the green grass.
There's a river, I think.
But throughout this from part 4 on, they'll still go back and forth between Tiana and Anna.
Yeah, so we're just probably going to call her Anna, to be honest, because they do that more often than Tiana.
But it would, like, the T thing reminded me of, like, Te amo is like, I love you. It's like,
oh, that's cute.
If it was, like, my Anna, right?
Aw, because Aitrus is the only one who brings that up. I feel like he didn't tell anybody that he changed her name.
Yeah, but they start referring to her as Tiana. Because she's becoming more Dunny.
This is the freaking Catherine thing all over again. That
changing people's
all of a sudden they did change it and they didn't say anything about it in the book.
Back to the Council of Five.
That's for you. You know, our commenter, that one's for you.
That was pointed.
That's pointed.
Back to the Council of Five.
Yeah.
They meet with Veovis.
I'm gonna make a new legislation where that person's no longer
well,
allowed
because it has to, their marriages has to get approved, and so the five go up, and everyone's like, yes, 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 and Veovis is no, and they're like, would you like to explain your answer? And he's like, no.
No. I don't feel like I have to explain myself.
So he goes back home, and Aitrus, he's like, oh, I guess we're not getting married. And Aitrus's mom is like, but you love her, so go back, go do what you have to do to get Veovis'
Go
approval.
grovel.
And she's like, Anna, tell him to do it. And Anna's like, no, because if he doesn't want to do it,
Yeah,
I'm not
if he doesn't want to grovel in front of his friend.
Yeah, I still put, they use both names, but whatever. And yeah, she's like, it's not what Aitrus would want, so it's not what I want for him. But Aitrus does end up going to Veovis, and he's like, because I feel like Veovis is expecting him to grovel, and Aitrus is like, do you remember when I saved your life?
Oh,
you made me a promise that I could have whatever I wanted, and this is what I wanted.
I get one genie wish from you for saving your life, and this is the one genie wish I'm gonna take. And he's like, you're gonna take it on her? That one genie wish? And he's like, yeah, I am. Okay.
All right, give my approval. Part 5.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, the Philosopher. Oh, God. Oh, God. This guy sucks.
Oh,
you think Veovis is bad?
So the first thing I have is Aitrus is back in the guild, because when they kicked Anna out of the book party, he was like, F you guys. Because they found out that Aitrus took Anna into the book, and they're like, well, that's bad. So they took the book away from Aitrus's family. It was like a big deal. They like demoted him. And so he's like, F you all. And so now, years later, they gave him his book back, and all that stuff. So now he's back with the guild.
Now that they're married, it's okay.
And it's been at least 15 years. So if she's 18
at the beginning of this, but it's like
32, 33. So she's at least 33, if not 35. She's probably closer to 35.
A few years have passed since they completed the age in general before they started dating.
Yeah.
So she's probably she's
gotta be mid-30s.
Mid-30s.
But that's also, are we counting regular years or dunny years? Because if their days are 30 hours.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Denis days. Because they're longer, right?
Yeah. They're what, 4 hours more? But that adds up throughout the years. Mm-hmm. I did actually sit and calculate this at some point.
How is their Denis? Is it because they go into books all the time that they have to calculate weird times? Because they live on Earth. They live underneath us on Earth.
But their sun is, they don't see the sun because they're under, it's like
they're in the weird Jules Verne area, yeah.
But so that also does not make sense.
They see the weird ground sun.
We're thinking too much about this, because obviously they did not.
All 5 people who worked on this book. They didn't have this roundtable discussion.
I know, but I had questions. So Aitrus is going to go present a proposal, and I'm like, but what is it? Because they keep talking, oh, he's going to do this thing. It's really important.
Give more power to the commoners.
Yeah. So Tiana is not there. She helped with the proposal, but she's in labor. And so the fact that she is in active labor while he's presenting this,
we can't postpone it.
Stupid.
You know what's funny is I feel like he wanted to postpone it, but you know who probably was like, no, we're pushing it through right now? Veovis. Because Veovis is against the bill.
Yeah, and because he's a snob. But
also he just hates Aitrus. I feel like every single time Aitrus is like, we should do this, he's like, actually I don't want to, because I hate him.
Aitrus makes a joke when he's giving the proposal that like, oh, let's wrap this up because my wife's in labor. Aitrus argues that it is their moral imperative to be generous. Veovis says that powers should be limited until responsibilities are taught or something. I was like, he sucks. This is the argument that when I was reading it just reminded me of like the George Washington, Thomas Jefferson argument against freeing the slaves, which is like, we have put them in this situation where they are not able to be free because we have not taught them to read and write and be able to like live life outside of slavery. So we have to take care of them.
Oh.
And that was Thomas Jefferson.
All right.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Super messed up. So it's like, well, we have to take care of them. And we all know what Thomas Jefferson was doing with his slaves. But
I have a feeling, in this one specifically, Veovis just hates Aitrus.
Yeah.
I know he's a little bit of a snob, so he maybe fully believes what he's saying. But I do think that anything that Aitrus brings up, he's just going to be like, I disagree.
This also changes the whole structure of the Dunny, because you can only have an age if you have importance in a title, right? And if you're a commoner, but also, like, I'm so confused about who are the commoners. Are they people from the ages?
We should have followed, like, a commoner or something. Like,
because they barely mention them, but they have all these servants, and we found out in the last book that Gehn was taking people out of the ages to be his servants.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is that what's happening here?
I brought this up last time, but we saw people chained to desks.
Yeah.
That were skeletons, because everyone dies at the end of this, by the way. Spoilers. But we're like, that never is brought up. Like, what's the deal with that?
It's these are very much like two different authors wrote.
Do the Guild of Writers, like, chain people to desks?
Is that when you're an apprentice?
Yeah. You're
no bathroom breaks.
An intern. Piss yourself. You have to write some ages.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's happening. It felt like two different writers.
It feels weird. I don't know this culture.
More questions.
Other than their legislation, which I now got a lot of, which is 5 guys just being annoying, which you know what? That's every legislation.
So it's passed. Veovis is pissed. Then Veovis has, and I don't know if I wrote his name down ever, but Veovis has like a underling.
He's got like a little what's the evil villain, like the Igor type of
Igor. It's like worm tongue in the Lord of the
Sire.
Rings. Yeah, and this guy is a snake.
His name is Sunar,
and
I think.
We don't find out what happens to that guy at the end of this book, too. And that also, the whole time, I'm like, where is this guy?
Yeah, so, like, Veovis is fuming, and he's, Sunar comes in, he's like, ooh, sire, I
have someone you should meet.
He's a criminal.
He's known as the Philosopher. His name is actually Aitrus.
Yeah.
And Veovis is like, I know who that guy is. He got kicked out of this guild because he was doing things he wasn't supposed to. No thanks.
Yeah. You want me to meet with a criminal?
He's a fraudster, and basically his friend was like, yeah, we could use him for propaganda against Aitrus. But Veovis is like, no.
Yeah.
No thanks.
No thanks.
So Aitrus' son is born. It's Gehn. Aitrus is immediately called back.
He got to be there for 2 seconds.
It's like, oh, they're so surprised that this kid survived because he's quote unquote
half breeds, and they're worried about him.
2 men are from the Guild of Maintenance are missing, which is why Aitrus was pulled back. He's like, we're gonna have to search all the ages.
All of the ages. That's crazy.
There are linking books that have gone missing as well. So they order Aitrus to go to Veovis' home to search his age, which was a bad idea.
Veovis is so mad about this. He's like, they picked Aitrus to come, like, audit me? What the fuck?
So while he's gone to go to Veovis' home, we see Anna, their baby's not doing well. The nurse is... So the doctor and nurse,
the Guild of Healers are like, it'd be better if this baby just died.
Yeah, they called him a hybrid, better off dead, and Anna's like, get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out.
Aitrus gets, so he went into the age, there's nothing there, and so Veovis' dad had to come out and be like, I apologize for my son.
I know he pitched a hissy fit about this, but this was like the final straw, because at this point Veovis was like, actually, Sunar, I will meet with the Philosopher, because Aitrus came and invaded my space.
He's gonna
he's such a baby. This guy's like a 60-year-old man, and he's such a baby.
Oh, that's right, because it's been 15 years. So I'm like, if she's 30,
yeah,
he's like close to 70.
Yeah.
Aitrus gets a secret message And Anna's like, don't go there.
Because it's like, does it say meet me somewhere or something? Because this is about like the two guys that died. Did they find them yet?
Mm-mm.
Oh. These are about the two guys that went missing.
Spoiler, they're dead.
And so...
But Aitrus just can't get the message out of his mind, so he's like, I know I told Anna I would not go.
He's like, no, 100%, he like threw it away and everything, but he's like, I'm gonna go anyway. I kind of don't blame him though, because honestly, yeah.
So he goes out to the spot to check it out, and he sees Veovis talking to someone, and it's Agarus. Agarus?
I think it's Agarus. Yeah.
Then, is this where he... I just skipped to the next one, where he's pitting them against each other.
Yeah, later we find out Agarus sent him this message. So immediately when Veovis was like, okay, Agarus, I'll meet with you, he was like, great. And then he wrote a message to Aitrus that was like, eavesdrop on this conversation.
Yeah, so they go into a house, and like, he follows... I don't know if this is the one he follows, or he comes back later and does it. Because I feel like it's 2 times where he comes back and he decides to go in there. But then he sees them go into an age and come back, and like he hears their conversation because there's a 2-way glass, and it's definitely a setup because Agarus is telling Veovis like Aitrus has all of these things, like he's been collecting them. He shows him all these like forged documents, and so Veovis is like Aitrus is the bad guy, but Agarus has his own issues. He's just pitting these guys against each other to see who will pull the trigger first. And he gives, like, Veovis information and stuff that Aitrus is the bad guy. And then he gives Aitrus information that Veovis is the bad guy. And Aitrus is the one that takes that information to the council. Veovis doesn't, because it's like, he's like, I can't trust this, and I don't know if this is information.
Why would he take the fact that he met with a criminal to the council, though? Like, he definitely looks the worst.
Veovis? No, Veovis has...
because Veovis has the dirt on...
Yeah, he's got the forged documents that says Aitrus is, like... stealing all these linking books and ages and stuff, which is against the law. And so Veovis could have gone to the council against Aitrus, but he doesn't trust the information. But Aitrus sees that and is like, hey, this is what's happening. We get... Veovis is charged with murder because they found the 2 maintenance guys.
Yeah. In a world... Okay, this is stupid. So they find the 2 guys in, like, a world dead, and it looks like their throats got slit. In a world.
Where 2 maintenance guys are found dead next to a dagger.
Next to a dagger. And this is, like, everyone knows this is Veovis's, like, personal dagger. Yeah. His name's, like, inscribed on it or something. And they know that, because they brought it up, like, one other time in this book, that he has, like, this is his dagger.
Well, they bring it out to him now. They're like, do you recognize this? He's like, yeah, that's
my dagger. Everyone knows my dagger. And they're like, okay, then you're under arrest for killing those guys. And he's like, what? Also, 1, how did he not know his dagger's missing?
Yeah.
2, if that's his dagger, come on. 2.
You're like, oh yeah, it's been missing this whole time.
The Denis are so stupid to think that you would slit someone's throat with your personal dagger.
And leave it there.
And then just leave it next to the corpses. And
it's this whole, like, virtue and, like, they're above it all.
And nobody questioned it. Nobody was like, that's kind of weird of him to do that. Like, he definitely is a little bit framed. Everyone's just like, he did it.
Yeah. Well, then, so he is in the trial. There's, like, 360 voices that all say guilty at the same time. I was like, that's so ominous to be in a room where everyone says one word against you at once.
Nobody wants to even investigate this, like, at all. They're like, yep, it's sealed. It's done.
Because I think it's, like, that also brings a peace of mind of, like, this horrible, horrible thing that happened that never happens to us. We now have the person. We don't have to search for it anymore.
But they barely searched in the first place.
They didn't. Aitrus says something, I don't remember what, but Veovis, like, whispers to him, like, you should have let me fall.
Yeah, it's funny because, like, he whispers something and walks away. When we're watching the trial, we're watching it in, like, Anna's point of view. Yeah. So Anna will go to Aitrus after the trial, and she's like, what'd he say? What'd he say? What'd he say? Tell me what he said. Well, I have to know what he said. And then he was like, that I should have let him fall.
So he should have died 50 or 30 years ago.
I just thought it was funny. She was so fucking amped about it. And he was, like, talking to other people.
But it's, like, very, like... sad. It's a sad time for Aitrus because you could see it when he said that. It's like it's the end.
He also complains to Anna because he's like, I said guilty, but I actually don't believe he's guilty, which is like the only guy in the whole group that's like, that's weird. I said it
This
anyway.
seems weird. And
to
then
be part
also,
of the group, but
so after he's found guilty and all of that, we also find out that Veovis' father, he's dead.
mm,
And this brings us to part 6, the ink in the well. Gehn is now 4, and he has to go to boarding school.
oh yeah, he's gonna be part of the guild of
Books.
books.
Considering we know what happens in the first book, I'm like, why would you put this man in
He's
this
the guild of
guild?
bookmakers. I'm glad it's not writers. Could you imagine? That'd be embarrassing.
Because also that was the other question that I had is...
Well, that's why he can't write, is because he's in the bookmaker guild.
Yeah, so he knows how to put together the books.
But
and
he
that there's
doesn't know how to
special
write
ink,
in
but there's
them.
another guild for inks and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it seemed like in the first book that he had no information about...
the Denis Society,
the
like,
Denis
honestly,
Society.
at all.
But he's 8 when the Denis Society falls.
Yeah. So he should know better, but
Yeah.
he doesn't.
So he's good. So they take the kids at age 4 and put them in a like boarding school situation for their guild,
Like
their
an apprentice.
Hogwarts houses.
Ship.
And they decide before he's taken from the family, because Anna's having a really hard time with this about being separated from her.
Because Gehn, honestly, has been
Because he almost died.
He almost died a lot.
The first 4 years of life.
He can't, like, eat or something,
Yeah.
or he has, like, issues. But they finally, they made it work. But yeah, so she doesn't want to leave. So Aitrus is like, well, what if we go to your old house and
Let's
like
go to the
for a
surface.
vacation for a little bit with the son? And the son, again, because he sucks, is like, I don't want to do this. But he does it.
Yeah, and he's there. There's a part where they just woke up from a nap, and there's like, where's mom? And they're like, oh, we can't be out directly in the sun, so she went to go find stuff. And the thing that she left is still there. The house is still there. She teaches them how to play chess.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then they go back, and he's taken from her, and he's a big crybaby because people are bullying him.
Yeah. So he's being bullied in school, and then later on, a bomb explodes at the Ink Works.
Yeah, so they're like explaining you get a little bit of a schooling. Then behind him, there's a explosion. At the ink, Anna goes to get her son.
Sure.
But
Come on, buddy.
the guards will not let her be there. And my notes are all over the place here. And the Aitrus is like, well, the bomb explode. Maybe Veovis is innocent.
Because, okay, yeah. For some reason, they think it's Veovis, who's, like, in a prison age right now. And because he's, like, the only criminal they've ever had ever. So they're like, it has to be our one criminal.
Except for
but the philosopher guy.
The fraud guy. But they can't ever find him. That's the thing.
He
Like,
escaped trial.
Yeah,
but they never ever bring him up. They're never like, it could be this guy that we can't find.
Yeah.
It's the guy that we put in freaking jail, like, 10 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. And so...
Wait, is the one before where Veovis tries to escape and it ends up being a trap?
Not
Is that
this
the
one.
first time or the second time?
The second time... Oh, I think it's the second time.
So Gerald goes to see Veovis, but he broke out of prison. And
Oh my God. They like, okay. The Denis were like, he's extra guilty because we put a book in there. That had to be like earlier
was that the
on.
first time?
This isn't.
They cut
They
him
bring
again.
they bring this up where they're like, we put a linking book in there and he used it, which means he's guilty. And it's like,
because it linked him out into another prison cell, and so they were like, "Oh, maybe that's what his dad did," and that's why his dad was like, "I can't believe I didn't write that in my notes."
I don't
That
know.
was
it was
thing.
really silly. I think it was when Aitrus was complaining that he didn't think he was guilty, and then somebody was like, well,
They
he
tested
tried
him and he failed.
tried to escape, so he must be guilty. And it's like, well, excuse me?
Oh yeah, that had to be the first time. So Gerald goes to the prison world where they sent him in, and he ain't there.
Uh-oh.
Then we go back to Anna. Anna sees someone that she recognized. It's Veovis, and so she follows him.
Yeah, she goes to like check on Gehn, basically.
Yeah, she wants to
She's
take him out of
worried
school.
about Gehn because a bomb just went off in his school.
And the prisoners were like, or the prison guards were like, lady,
Nuh-uh.
no one's leaving. Go home.
You can't. And then she sees somebody like brush past her with a hood up, and she's like, I know that's.
And instead of saying, hey, that's
Hey,
Veovis.
That's Veovis. Oh my God. She's like, hey, you. And it's like, come on, girl. Who are you trying to protect?
So she follows him.
She's trying to protect Veovis like all the time for some reason.
Mhm.
There's no reason to protect. He was never nice to her, like ever. I don't understand her motives for not just ratting him out immediately. Anyway, yeah, she follows him into this house, and then she like is going through her stuff. She hides in a cabinet and watches him.
Oh, so there's he's at Aitrus. What the hell is this guy's
Agarus.
name? Agarus's name. Agarus. What's my brain? Agarus's name. His name is Agarus.
His name is Agarus.
She's at his house.
Yes.
That he had before he lost everything in life for being a fraud. And because there's like a picture on the wall and it's like his dad. And she's like, oh, I know that face. But I don't know how she would know that face because how would she know what a Garrus looks like?
She learned so much in the past 30-something years, I guess.
So that was also weird. But there's a linking book, so she links to it while Veovis is like grabbing stuff from the other room. And then she decides there's like she can either go upstairs or downstairs or hide in the closet. And so she does.
She hides in the closet.
Veovis comes and...
Like, Veovis also knows that she's there. Mm-hmm. As we find out later.
I don't think he does.
No, he does, because who sends the threatening note to Aitrus?
But because that was another part that we missed in the story where Aitrus is gone and she doesn't know where he is because he's in Veovis's book or somewhere else. Yeah. And so she's like, oh, he hasn't returned. So she goes to Veovis's house.
Oh, that's right. I forgot to talk about that.
And then Veovis returns her back to her house. And because these two people are the worst communicators ever. And this will come up again here in a little bit. But yeah, Aitrus leaves. Tiana doesn't know where he is, so she goes to Veovis's house. But then Aitrus comes home and doesn't know where Tiana is, and so he's freaking out. But Veovis had brought Tiana back. This is before his. This was
before when they were friends.
And so he knows that because Aitrus was like freaking out. He knows that Tiana is the key to get Aitrus to do whatever
to free out
wants to do. Yeah,
yeah. So that's why I feel like he did this on purpose. He definitely walked by her and was like, looky, it's me. And then went into the house and knew that she would follow him because later on he's like, I have your wife, haha. And even though he didn't kidnap her yet. Yeah. She's just vibing in the house. In the closet listening to Agarus.
Oh, I did write his name down. This Suar. What's his name?
I have no idea who you're talking about.
The underling.
Oh.
There's like H-R-N-I-R.
I said it before. I can't remember.
Suanar.
Oh, Sunar?
Sunar. All right, Sunar it is, because that's interesting spelling. So Tiana follows him to an island that she's hiding in the closet. He goes a different way. She comes out. She's exploring. There are a lot of books, and there are a lot of unwritten books. So they're making linking books to places so they can get in and out.
That's where all the linking books went that were stolen. Whoa!
So there's this big heist setup thing at this island. Garrus, Veovis, and...
Oh, Sunar.
They're making future plans to destroy the Dunny for revenge. I know why Garrus wants revenge. I know why Veovis wants revenge. Why does this third guy want revenge?
Sunar? I don't know what Sunar plans. I don't know. I don't know his deal. What if he shows back up in the next book?
Maybe because everyone's dead.
Where's Sunar? I didn't see a body. He's not dead.
They did not say anything about that guy. So they're planning where to hit next, and so we know it's only the three of them. So that rules out the fact that it was the common people that rose up thanks to...
Yeah, it's just gonna be these three chuckles that decide to destroy everybody.
Yeah.
Out of anger because they're mad that they went to jail. Except for Sunar, who did not go to jail.
When does Anna speak up for Veovis? Oh no, it's this one. It's the next part.
It's the next... Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And this is the linking book part too.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, because Aitrus returns to his mom and she's like, I don't know where Tiana went. Tiana's disappeared. Yeah. And
he's like, she's probably gonna go get Gehn. The son, yeah.
So he goes and questions the guards and they're like, yeah, she kind of ran over there.
She ran the other direction than to your house.
She said, hey, you, and then ran over there.
So part of the plan for revenge is Veovis wants revenge on Aitrus, and so he's like, I'm gonna go bait Aitrus and tell him that I have Anna. And of course he falls for it, and now he's in a cage in the island.
Yeah. Okay, so this is before Anna takes out those guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's so confusing. in all these linking book stuff.
Yeah.
So he linked into like a jail. He got trapped, right? They got knocked out.
Veovis shows up to Aitrus and is like, I got your wife.
Yes.
Come with me if you want her to live. So Aitrus is like, fine, dude. So they go back to the island, and so Veovis puts Aitrus in a cage that's submerged in water. And Anna is like looking around and stuff. She's like, I'm gonna have to blow all this stuff up because I have to. And the Sunar guy is watching Aitrus. I don't know where Veovis goes to. Garrus is like looking at plans and stuff. Anna's like running around. It's all very chaotic.
Well, because this is when Anna's like looking at stuff, and I think it's Garrus tries to take her out, but she.
Well, so
this was the bird.
Yeah. Anna is going to make a plan to destroy all the books, but then she sees Aitrus. So she gets this, like,
when she
knockout gas.
Yeah, she has knockout gas, and she has this angry bird that when she originally came into the room that she hid in the closet in, there was, like, a bird in the corner, and she's like, oh, no one's going to give me away, but it didn't.
Yeah, so she goes and takes the gas, and then she knocks out Sunar, but then can't open up the gate, and the gas is, like, filling the room, and it's gonna come to Aitrus, who's submerged in water, and he's starting to pass out. I'm like, he's gonna drown. But she's like, wait, I'll be back, and then she leaves, and then Garrus hears her and is like, haha, I see you, and then she turns around and she
throws a bird
that scratches his face. This whole thing,
like his bird. Whose bird is this? It has to be his bird because it's his house.
Never tells us how Aitrus gets out of the cage.
But he does.
And she blows up all the books.
Oh, because Veovis shows back up while Garrus is getting, like, clawed out by a bird. Because he's like, help me. And Veovis doesn't help him at all. And, like, leaves to go, I guess.
Because the books. He's like, someone's here. So he's got to go save the books. Anna's going to blow up the books. But she lights the match. And then she presses her hand on the linking book, and like Dobie gets shot by Veovis. Veovis shoots her, and then so she comes in. The linking book was to the middle of the Five Council.
He did the thing that was like, if you don't burn all of our books, I'll let you and your son live, but not Aitrus, because fuck him.
Yeah, your husband is mine.
And she's like, no. I'm gonna kill all the Dunny, but you guys can live if you don't burn all these books.
So she links to the 5 shot, and they're like, oh, how'd you get
here? She shows up right in the middle, like the council floor, just like, ugh.
And then, so as they go to help her, Veovis shows up singed because he couldn't stop the explosions. And then they arrest her, and I was like, what happened to Aitrus? And wouldn't he drown if he was KO'd? And that was the end of part 6.
Oh my god.
Part 7 is called Last Days. It's 2 weeks later. Everyone is fine, and Veovis is in chains again. They sentence him to be beheaded, but Anna speaks up for him, and this is why it's going to be all her fault.
Oh, this is the weirdest thing. I don't know why the hell she would speak up for him, but she does in the court. She's like, oh, don't behead him. That's like mean.
Well, the whole thing is...
put him in a jail again.
They find out that he is not guilty for the first crime. But his jail time for the first crime caused him to create another crime that caused other people to die.
More people than the first crime. He killed like 15 people in that bomb explosion. The other people were 2, but he didn't do it. And also, they don't care that they found out that he didn't do it, and they just like, they don't know who else did it.
And Garrus is missing. Yeah. So they're like, it's him. It's his fault.
But do people even believe? Because I think Veovis even says that. Yeah. But like nobody believes him, I guess. And so he did commit the second crime, which was worse than the first crime. So yeah, I don't blame them for being like, just kill him.
Yeah. And so because Anna's like, hey, like I want you to think about the fact that he didn't commit the first crime, but that caused him to commit the second crime. And then they're like, you're right, girl.
Actually, your guys' fault that he committed the second crime because you put him in jail. And
so she just says, hey, think about this. And then they're like, guess what? You're right.
You're so right.
But they all blame her at the end.
Yeah, everybody blames her.
Gehn blames her. Her son blames her. Her husband blames her.
Everyone blames her. All the dead people blame her.
Although Veovis is like, I got you, girl.
Well, he has to be. He's the only reason that he's alive.
They decide to put him in another prison age, but they burn the book that gets you there. But there's a little paragraph in there where they like set up a room that looks exactly like it, and they hide a shiny book, which is the linking book, which and when Veovis touches the linking book, there's like an extra shimmer, so he like linked in a link, and so
he linked to a link.
He's not there. And then 4 years go by.
Yeah, Gehn is 8.
Yeah,
and
Gehn is an 8-year-old
being more of a bitch than you. Like he's still like, I hate humans. I love the Denis. Yeah. My mom sucks. My dad is great.
It's the bell rings for open day. It's like, I don't know, back to school day, back to school. I don't know what's happening here.
But during the like school orientation, there's like a trimmer. Oh no.
And a crack in the wall of the cave because they live in this giant cave. And
kind of say that the way to describe this scene, this back to school night they're having, it made me think of like they're at like a football field, like a Denis football field bleacher situation
it's
where they're
homecoming,
all
guys,
sitting around and they're like, let's watch the Denis from the Guild of Football.
Like everyone making speeches, like graduation.
Yeah.
And a noxious cloud comes. And everyone decides, instead of figuring out what's going on, let's all escape to the ages.
They all just had books, I guess, in their back pocket. Yeah. What about the commoners who have to go to the library? They gotta run.
They gotta run to the library. Everyone else has to run home to their books. Mm-hmm. And they're like, we're just gonna, not leave someone to protect the books. Because we're now in these ages that if you burn these books, like, I guess they have the linking books.
Yeah, hopefully.
But
yeah, so everyone kind of runs into their books because a bunch of gas is coming from somewhere.
Gehn and Tessera, who is Aitrus's mom, they go to Gemedet, and Aitrus and Anna follow, but his dad, like, because he's important, has to stay behind. So he's like waiting for his dad, and then Anna's waiting for him, and they end up following just a little bit later. Then we see Veovis and Agarus are sending infectious dead bodies into the ages.
Yeah.
Like they...
How do you do that? Do you put
their hand on it?
Oh my god. So yeah, they're wearing gas masks. They gassed everybody at this graduation.
Yeah.
And that's messed up. Also genius.
It's the whole like smallpox blankets or like putting people with like the bubonic plague, and so all the ages are now infected. They're like just walking around in the sky. It was really weird. It's been 10 days, so Aitrus is like, all right, the plan was for me to return, for all of us to return. Who made this
plan?
Days.
When did we make this plan? Was this
that's what he said. His dad. His dad went into a specific book, and he was like, I have 10 days.
The book of going to the council.
Yeah.
They just fast travel to locations in Denis. So he's like, okay, 10 days. Now he has to go back and see.
So the city's in ruins. He's got like a gas mask and then he goes to the council and then goes into that book, and they're all sitting in a circle, but they're all dead, including his dad. And he stupidly took off his freaking mask like a loser and is now infected.
He runs into some other guy. His name like Callus. Who's like, oh yeah, they're all dead. Everyone's dead here.
And he's like, don't take off your mask to that other guy. But what happened to him?
I don't know.
Something else happened to him.
I don't remember.
Yeah, so Aitrus, he took their book, the age book that they're in, and was going to try to get to the surface because he saw the little footprints that someone had come to the book. But he can't make it to the surface. For some reason, he tried to like map it out.
Well, he's like dying.
I don't have enough
from the infection because it happened so fast.
It's like, I'm not gonna make it to the surface, but he
buried his dad.
The directions, but so he comes out and he's trying to figure out how to make it to the surface because he's like, we're not gonna survive here, so he's got to send Anna and Gehn to the surface. So he started the book with the map, which is what Gehn has in the first book. But Aitrus goes back.
Someone broke into his house.
Mm-hmm. It was Veovis.
That's right, yeah. Of course it is.
Because, he saw the footprints, but then the book was still there and not messed with. So he's like, oh, they could have easily have taken the book. Aitrus goes back into the book, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm probably infected, so let me get naked."
Yeah, and like go under a waterfall, like
Yeah.
bathe the infection off of me.
Or, spread the infection.
Oh my god, I know. This is like the dumbest shit. Like, I get you want to give word to like your wife and whatever that you're just like, I'm doomed. Like, if I come in here, I'm gonna infect you all. But he doesn't care, I guess, or hasn't thought about it hard enough.
He also tells them that they have to get to the surface. Tassera and Anna had a conversation of like, Tassera's like, I know my husband's dead.
Well, he's been gone for like a week.
Yeah.
It's like, I can feel it in my bones.
But Aitrus is like not doing so hot, and then like scares the servants.
They brought servants with them to Gemedet, or they were already servants.
I think the servants there. Which is weird because they'll talk about later how you're not allowed to be a god in these worlds.
Yeah, he scares off the servants because they start dying because he's infectious. And
then Tessera dies, and then Anna again and Aitrus just decide to leave.
I'm thinking Anna and Gehn, because they're human, are immune. I guess this is a Denis disease for sure. Because she was hanging out with Aitrus. He's infected. Yeah. He killed like everyone else. But those two are fine. Mm-hmm. I think it's because they're human. Which is probably why Gehn can wander around that place like perfectly fine. Yeah. Later on when he's older.
Well, it has to be. Well, it's probably what.
Do you think the gas dissipated?
Oh, yeah, I figured it would have
lives forever. The sticky paste. They talk about the sticky yellow paste that's everywhere.
Aitrus. So Anna and Gehn find a boat. Aitrus finds Veovis. He's been stabbed in the back. Garrus wanted to be a god, but that is against the rules.
Oh, wait a second. Did the Denis have air circulation systems?
Well, that's what they... So they said how the smoke, how the noxious fumes came in is that they used the air circulation system from the tunnel that they made at the very first chapter.
Oh.
And they used that to use the gas to circulate into the caves.
Because I was like, so wait, is there no underground air and they just have to circulate from the surface? Like they make giant vents?
From the surface?
Interesting. And, it's weird to have a whole circulation system for your entire underground society, but I guess that makes sense?
Yeah.
I don't know. Confusing. We're thinking too hard about the Denis. Yeah.
So Garrus wanted to become a god. Veovis said, no, that's against the rules. But I'm like, that's exactly what Gehn does in the first book.
Yeah.
Against the rules. And so Garrus literally stabbed him in the back.
Yeah.
Was like, I want to be a god. We also find, I don't know if this is where we find out, or we found out before, Garrus, as soon as he was found for fraud, like he lost his special coat, and his girlfriend didn't want to marry him anymore, and his life was ruined.
Oh, is it Garrus?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Because they found out, Anna found a picture of her, and so that's his whole thing. That's why he wants to see the world burn, is because he did something wrong, was punished for it, and then his world was destroyed.
I can't believe there's consequences for my actions.
Yeah. But Garrus now has Anna again because they were on the boat alone.
Yeah, they found a boat because they were trying to escape, right? They're trying to get to the surface, but like everyth's all messed up.
Aitrus and...
So they find a boat. Oh yeah, Aitrus is also there, even though he's infected and dying. Mm-hmm. I forgot what happens.
So he's like, oh, they have my family. So he goes because
Garrus steals them from the boat.
Garrus can't write books, so he wanted Veovis to write it for him.
Just like Gehn.
But he knows that he knows that Aitrus he created a world, but so did Anna, so she knows how to write in books too. Mm-hmm. That's stupid of him, but of course he's probably like, oh, it's human.
Sexist.
So he wants to use Aitrus to write a book where Garrus is a god. And so he's got all these books left over, and of course Aitrus is like,
Aitrus is talking to Veovis. That's why we find out that Veovis literally got stabbed in the back. Yeah. Because Veovis is like, oh no, he has your family and I'm dying. And Aitrus is also dying, but like in a different way.
Yeah.
And then they can see, because they got a boat, and Anna and Gehn were on a boat, and then Garrus took the boat and was taking them towards somewhere.
It's the island. Isn't it Veovis' house?
I don't know
whose
house this. I guess so.
The books, like the linking books and all the books that they've been gathering. So that way...
And then he's like, oh no, they're taking my family, I gotta go get them. And then in the boat, Agarus is like, I'm only here for Aitrus, and you know, write the book, and Anna's like, you think he's gonna come for us? And he's like, yeah, I do, actually, 100%. Yeah. So they go to the top of this. I just imagine like an island. It's like a little a lighthouse spiral staircase going up to the top.
They leave Gehn outside though.
Yeah, he's not important.
And so he brings Anna in, and then Aitrus
Anna's the most important. Aitrus cares more about Anna than Gehn, for sure.
Maybe Aitrus goes back to Veovis' home, and he uses all these like linking books. He's able, because Veovis gives him a book, and he's like tells him like what's up and where everything is, and then Aitrus uses the linking books to be able to link to where Agarus is, and then
it's a lot of Lincoln.
It's a lot of Lincoln.
Aitrus links back to Kavir, which is
that's Veovis'
island. So and then there's a pile of a bunch of different linking books.
But when you open the linking book, you can see where it links to.
Veovis like told him where he's gonna take his family or something. So he's like, this is the book that he brought up.
And so
he started writing. Yeah. He's like, I know he's gonna pick this one. So like, erase, scribble. White out. So Agarus finally shows up. I guess freaking Aitrus got there first.
Yeah, because he was able to link there. He didn't have to take the boat.
You're so right.
But they left Gehn outside, and it's just Anna.
Yeah. So Agarus finally reaches it. He starts like doing his hostage thing, and then Aitrus is like burning the books. Yeah. Right now.
He's like, no, my books, my dream.
Books. He finds Aitrus at a burning pile with the linking books in one hand and a torch in the other, and Aitrus threatens the rest of the books, and Aitrus is like, well, I'm gonna kill your wife. Aitrus is like, if she dies, then I will actually burn your books.
Yeah. I will for sure burn these books.
And then Agarus links to Aitrus links to the one that Veovis told him, which I think is
Yeah, because the linking book that he has where he's like, I'm gonna burn your books is like he's like, it's in the book. Like it's a book that leads to all the books.
Yeah.
And then the book actually that Aitrus links to and then Agarus follows him into is just a giant hole into the volcano.
So he's like, I'm gonna burn your books. He's like, I'm gonna kill your wife, and he's like, well, if you kill my wife, I'm gonna burn these books. And then so they're kind of at a standoff. So then Aitrus just links into one of the books, and that causes Agarus to freak out. So then he links into the same book, and because Aitrus changes to, they call it a death book now because it just leads to a bit where you die.
Because he's gonna die anyways.
Yeah. So he falls into a large crater of lava and dies. And Tiana is like, oh, I just felt my husband die. He fell into a great pit and
she's like, died. I should follow him. But then she heard knocking on the door and was like, oh crap, I have a son.
Oh, I forgot.
And then they make it to the surface. And then epilogue, a woman and a child will begin here again. And so that's why they stay at the freaking volcano. And Gehn apparently has the worst childhood ever because then he'll abandon his mom, and I don't know where he found a wife, but
I don't know who would want to have sex with that guy, but
abandon his child with his mom, and then that's the first book.
Yep, and so that's the Book of Tiana. All of the Dani are dead.
All of the Dani are dead. Except for we don't know what happened to that third guy.
Yeah.
I can never remember what his name is.
God, I want to call him like Salazar so bad or something. Because he's a little snake.
Yeah. But wait, like after
Sunar. His name is Sunar.
She like knocks him out in the island, you never he is still alive because he helps make the linking book to get Veovis out of the second prison. And then, because Aegis is like, oh, Sunar was right about the...
So Sunar the snake could be in the next one. Heck, Veovis could. We didn't see him die. Kind of.
Yeah.
He got stabbed in the back, but, you know.
In the world of goo.
I don't want to see any of those guys again, so I hope they're not in the next book. But yeah, that book was... You could probably skip it, I would say. Just read the first one.
Because it takes some of the information on the first one that's not the same.
It's weird because I was reading online that they wanted to like tell you what actually happened and not from the biased perspective of both Tiana and Gehn, but I was like, so they just lied?
Yeah.
Maybe Tiana changed the story when she told it to Gehn. Gehn was 8, so he
But Gehn was
knows
there,
what's
yeah.
going on. I mean, he's not wrong. They're both not wrong. She did save Veovis, and then Veovis ruined everything.
But it sounded more like because it is the philosopher guy. But the philosopher guy was spreading propaganda and like upriling the lower people.
Yeah, but the lower people didn't even do anything.
But they did not
died.
they just died.
They just died. It's
So
also,
there
there's
was
a
no
moment in
uprising.
this book when, like, I think Aitrus is dying or hanging out with Veovis or by the burning books where he's like, it's my wife's fault!
Yeah, when he's in the tunnels trying to get up to see if he can get them to escape. And he's like, yeah, it's all Tiana's fault.
And you're like, come
what an
on,
a-hole.
dude. I believed in you.
Like, actually, it's your fault.
Actually, yeah, it's all your fault, dude. God.
And
Frustrating.
you
All
would've
these
never
people were so
accepted-
frustrating to listen to. Yeah, so skip this one. It's not important. You can listen to us talk about it. I assume you did because you got this far.
Yes.
But honestly, you don't really need to know what happens in this one. I mean, I hear that some of the stuff in this one will come up in the Book of Denis. I don't know for sure. We haven't read it yet. I basically was reading people who were reviewing all 3 of them. And I liked the first one a lot. I actually really liked that one.
I thought it was okay.
I don't know. That guy was like, Gehn sucked so hard. It was
so hard.
You thought you could out jump me. Anyway, next book. Somewhere.
It's on the table.
1 second.
We're going. So this Myst was a PC, or it was a Mac game that then is on PC with live actors in the game.
It's called FMV. Full
And
motion video.
Now we're gonna read.
Okay, I was looking up. Here's how this happened. I was looking up games like Myst because, like, when we were reading this, I wanted to play. I didn't want to play the next Myst games.
Oh, so what games did you played the Myst game though?
I played the first one when we read the first book,
Oh, okay.
and then I didn't want to play anymore. So I was looking up games like Myst because, you know, when Myst came out, it was like a freaking big deal.
Yeah, it was a big
A
deal.
lot of, and so somebody was like, "You could play the 7th Guest." That was first. This was before Myst.
I did. I played that game. So
So-
we had to write the code on DOS to get into it before Windows.
And there is a remake of it coming out, which is just the flat version of the VR title that came out a couple years ago, but kind of good timing.
I love that
guess.
game.
Anyway, yeah, 7th Guest. 7th Guest novelization, I guess, / prequel, because I did start reading it already. And you did too.
I did too. But it's been so long since I played 7th Guest that I don't fully remember what 7th Guest
But
is
the
about.
remake, because it's a make, not a... Because there's remake, there's Anyway, it's a different story than this one. This one's based on the original. Michael J. Costello and Craig Shaw Gardner
Yes.
wrote the 7th Guest novelization. That's what we're going to read next.
And it's a lot shorter than Myst.
Oh my gosh, yeah. All right, we'll see you next time
Bye.
for the 7th Guest.